It's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Just a short time ago, these Philly fans in full roar as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. Pyrotechnics ablaze. They're set to go as their Eagles will match up with the Green Bay Packers. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. Over the end line. Here's the first carry for Bo Scarborough. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has three options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football off a triple option, you've actually called that play.
Here's 2nd and 8. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And he'll get this back across the midfield, striping down to the 47-yard line. They may have thrown the interception, obviously less than ideal, but I think they also sent a message that they're going to push the ball downfield in this one.
Yeah, not afraid to take their shots right away, huh? What was that, like a 9-9-9 route? 9 meaning go? Just went ahead and went for it. Didn't work out so well because it certainly appeared the defense was prepared. But I'm with you. Okay, so it didn't work this time. Doesn't mean we won't try it again later.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Last week, of course, the great performance, over 200 yards. He still wants to be fed.
And they should. That's exactly what you should do. I have not yet met a running back that's run for over 200 yards that says the very next week, hey, let's back things off.
Yeah, I don't need it as much.
No, they want it more and more. They're going to be ready to go because they think that's going to happen naturally now.
This is Jones. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know, you know better than I, he has the ability to take over a game. So what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
And that's not the half of it. They forced 7 turnovers in that game, and I know we always talk about turnovers coming in bunches once you force the first one, but 7? That seems almost impossible, but we watched it happen.
They got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down. To throw now, here's Love. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line.
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they... And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones, touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Packers have taken the early lead. McManus's point after is good, and it's now a 7-0 game. out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And, Charles, you look at these two teams, and these are those kind of litmus test games in the second half of the season that if you're a coach or a player, you can either really look forward to them or really dread them, depending on your point of view.
And if you're dreading them, you're not going to go very far in the playoffs. You need to look forward to these kind of games because here we've got two division leaders, both real contenders for the NFC title. And you're right, you love having easy games on your schedule, but you need some games like this to toughen you up a bit and ensure that you're ready for the shock of playoff football.
The reception good for 7. It's third down. They'll look to throw. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And already down 7-0 after the touchdown a minute ago, so a 3 and out here would not be ideal for them. Nice job finding his receiver there, and they get the first down.
They'll run on first down. It's Hawkins, and he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. So, Charles, you talk about this head coach and his future with this franchise. Look, it's been a frustrating year, and I think we saw some of that frustration boil over at his weekly press conference earlier in the week.
Yeah, he's trying to say all the right things, isn't he? But he's heard the rumors. He knows what's going on out there. And right now, he is tired of having to answer the question, are you on the hot seat in every meeting with reporters? This week, he kind of said, I've had enough. And I don't blame him. He looks like a guy that may very well be out the door.
A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
On first down, Shepard. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. This is Scarborough. Calling a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Looking to throw. He'll let this go for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And the Packers are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
That catch good for only a couple.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. First down and much more here for Jones. And he'll finally be taken down just shy of midfield. Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you've said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. To throw on 2nd and 6. Love. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Calvin Ridley with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Packers add 6 to their lead. Extra point from McManus is good. And that'll make the score 14-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. On the return, Walker. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. At the line, this Philly offense set to go. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
Here's 2nd and 10. On play action, they'll throw. He'll buy some time right, and he'll just get rid of it.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure, or do they play coverage on this down?
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. He'll drop to throw. Airing it out deep for Smith. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 21. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. And that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he...
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Packers. Calvin Ridley with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Packers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
This fielded right at the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. You know, if following up on this head coach and the pressure that he is under, CD, I want to switch it to you because you've been on winning teams, but I know you've been in similar situations too where things just are not going well. How do you approach that as a player?
It's a tough approach, Brandon, because you actually have to do the opposite of what you would think. You know, in your mind, you're thinking, I redouble my efforts, I go harder. In a sense, you have to back off a little bit. You have to do a little bit less. Do what you're supposed to do, but don't take on the pressures of doing more and trying to do your teammates' jobs as well. If you do that, that's really going to lead you to more issues.
Second and 5. This is complete to Hawkins. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And all of a sudden here, it's third down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
They'll set up to throw. That's complete to White. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Looking for White on the deep ball. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Adrian Amos with a pick. And the Packers are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, to see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Much more room to operate under after the big play. Here's 1st and 10. Now Jones. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Love going to give this one to Jones. Evades the tackler, and now some space. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 120 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 34. Switching things up, they'll throw it now with Jordan Love. Flushed out right. He finds his man, complete. That's Terry. That catch good for only a couple. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and 13. Working out of the gun. Love. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
And he's going to be out of bounds here right at the 20-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And in a spot like this, still more than a minute, I think if you put something on the board before halftime, that would go a long way towards helping them get back into the game.
There actually is something to the psychology of the game at times, isn't there? How much better would they feel running into the locker room, as you noted, with something on the board in a positive fashion? You're exactly right. It's a great opportunity to get that done.
Again from the 20 after the incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. Quick slant here to Smith. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. They'll look to throw here. He finds his man, complete. It's Hawkins. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to throw again. Eluding the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. Now a give right side. Hawkins. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. Play-action fake. They'll look to throw.
That's to the tight end, Davidson.
And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. The Eagles into the red zone for the first time. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
2nd and 10.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Mike 42, check, Mike 42.
They'll drop to throw. They'll roll him out right. Open man is Davidson, the tight end. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Okay, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. So they do get the 3 points before they hit halftime. Something to build on, maybe.
Yeah, go ahead and raise the banner, right? Wave the flag. That's good. Got points, and now, as you said, they've got something to build on as they get ready for the second half.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room. And now this is intercepted. My goodness.
Picked up by Tyree Gillespie.
Wow, a big mistake there. Late interception in this first half. That could lead to a field goal try the other way.
Yeah, I think at this point you just had to say, let's take a knee and go into the half and regroup. Let's just talk it over a little bit. I wonder, partner, was the analytics coach in his head a little bit? Maybe go ahead and press it and try and get some points? Well, the old school coach probably would have said, take the knee, let's get out of here.
Now we could see points the other way here. All right, coach, thank you. We welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the 3rd quarter. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
And he's got some space here. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones with his 19th touchdown, his 2nd of the game.
And the Packers come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter.
McManus's point after is good, and they open the lead up now to 25. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there finding him in stride for really good yardage.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Rolling to his right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
A pass there complete to Sutton. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
They'll look to throw again. He finds his tight end, Goddard. That's complete. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They'll run on first down. It's Hawkins. And a hard-earned yard there as he ran through one would-be tackler. It's second down. But keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
Touchdown, Eagles! Davis got it. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles make some inroads here on that deficit. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead down to 18. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. Here's Love. This one swung out here to Jones. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
And they'll employ the jumbo set now on 2nd and 1.
Here's a give to Jones running left. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing. Love. Flush to his right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. To Jones. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. He can muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a third and very short. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there. I always appreciate runners who understand situations. That was just 3rd and inches. No reason to dance around in the backfield and try and break off a bigger play. Just go pick up the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Love, they go play action now. On the move to his left. Now he'll let it go deep down the left sideline. It's caught inside the 25. So a little extra on top of the big play there.
It's tough for guys rushing the passer, but you have to know when the ball is gone. And if you listen, officials will tell you ball's gone. He didn't pull up.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Love looking to throw it. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
3rd quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up.
Love now. Escaping the pressure right. Touchdown, Packers. A great play there. With touchdown number 20 on the year.
And the Packers are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter.
Now McManus to tack on the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
You think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working.
2nd and 10 now. 3rd quarter action from Philadelphia, PA.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This will be 3rd and 6. They're going to look to throw. Over the middle to Smith. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
Again, he'll drop to throw. It's caught on the right side at Smith. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. A big play that time on a catch and run.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
And this is caught by Watkins. That catch good for only a couple. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
They'll set up a throw. And one more time, that's Watkins. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And he'll have the 1st down, getting this one to the 14-yard line.
They had yet to run the ball at all on this drive, but 3rd and short, definitely was a great time to dial one up.
There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Eagles get a score closer. Extra point splits the uprights. And that'll cut the lead down to 18. One away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And it's looking all the more likely that a 5th straight win is going to be in the cards. They'll try to run some time here with a 1st and 10. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 210 yards rushing for him now in this one as he is closing in on 1,800 yards for the year. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. This one across the 45 before he's brought down. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
Right back to him on 1st down. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
From the 35 on 2nd down, Love. And now a fumble. The ball's out, and it's picked up by the Eagles. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. Second and 9 now. He's going to let it fly. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown! Here's Watkins. Touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Eagles have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. Kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. That one looks like he'll throw here. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come. This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And second and 10, he'll look to throw again. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
Check 41. Double dog. That's the way. Joker.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Flushed out right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
So now the field goal unit trots out there for the 3rd time tonight. From the right hash, it's a 41-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And that'll make this an 8-point game. Well, that's one part of the equation. Puts them back within 1 score, but I'd be surprised if we don't see an onside kick coming up.
Yeah, I think you're probably right, partner. They've still got the 2 timeouts. But without that 3rd one, they can bleed a lot more clock on you. So how confident are you that the defense can hold them deep? I think you're exactly right. I'd line up and play for the onside kick here.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And this one now not quite over yet. Still 2 timeouts remaining defensively. And, boy, having that 3rd timeout would have really helped here.
And another example of why coaches really stress saving your timeouts for when you absolutely have to have them. They go over this all the time. Here's one of those situations.
Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll get it with still 1:20 left to go in the game. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. They'll go again to Jones. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as it comes with 1:15 left to go in the second half. Here comes a big one as this crowd gets out making some noise. It's 3rd and short. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And Jones is not going to have the first down as they stop him short. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. On now is the Packers punter. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And the punt will kick out of bounds, and it'll be spotted inside the 30-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick something that's a staple for you and should work better and try and execute that on the way out the door and maybe get back to base and feel a little bit better as you end a ball game that's been a frustrating one for you.
Yeah, we'll see if they go back to base. Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
He's back to throw. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
Probably time for 2 more shots, and ideally, they'd like to get to midfield or so they have a chance at a Hail Mary on the final play.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. He'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. This defense looking impenetrable now. 3 straight incompletions. They're giving him nowhere to go with the football. Maybe a little frustrated back there.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. When you've missed on 3 straight, there's going to be some frustration. But now he's got to make sure that frustration is temporary, not lingering. Big throw coming up.
Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
Here we go on 4th down. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So erase the flag. They decline it.
And did they use the big eraser, or was that the one at the end of the number 2 pencil?
Well, I was thinking the 2 by 2 inch ones that you can buy and use in addition to the pencil.
And